Okay, guys, let's get started on some math for today. So the very first thing we need to do before we can do anything is get our mathematician brains warmed up. So we're going to do that by doing a problem of the day. So here is your problem. I'm going to read it to you, and then I want you to help me solve it by drawing a picture, writing a number sentence that matches that picture, and then writing a sentence that answers our question. So here is the problem. A basketball team scored 3 points. They needed 7 more points to win. So how many points did the team need to win? Well, the first thing that I need to do is I've got to figure out how many points they scored. So in the problem, it says they scored 3 points. But it says they needed 7 more points on top of their 3 to win. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw the 7 more that they needed in order to win. So this shows me how many points they should have scored in order to win that game. So here are the 3 they scored, and here are the 7 more that they needed to win. So I can see that if I add the 2 of those together, that will give me the total number of points they should have scored. So my addition sentence should say 3 points plus 7 more points is going to equal 10 points. Now I have to write a sentence that's going to answer my question. How many points did the team need to win? So I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to say the team needed 10 points to win. So I can see that I have my picture, I have my number sentence, and then I was able to write a sentence using my words from my question to answer that problem. Now, we are going to get back to talking about adding 3 numbers. So remember, we're going to add these 3 numbers, but there is a reason why we're doing this. We've got to make a 10 in order to make it easier to add those 3 numbers, right? So I'm going to remind you of the 3 ways that we've been working to make a 10 when we add 3 digits. The first way is we can use a number line. We did this yesterday. We can use a number line. Now, the second way that we can make 10 to add 3 digits is using a 10 frame. And then the last way is just being so smart and knowing which 2 numbers you can put together that will make 10. So we're going to try all 3 ways, and then today your job is to pass a quiz. I want to see how much you've learned over these last 2 weeks that we've been working on adding 3 digits in order to add 3 digits by making a 10 in order to solve the problem. So let's start with our first one, okay? Here we go. We're going to use our number line. It says, Bob has 5 books. Jill gives him 3 more books. Well, then he goes to the library and gets 5 more books. How many books does Bob have now? Well, the first thing I need to do is I'm going to use my number line to show that. So it says he has 5 books. Well, then his friend Jill gives him 3 more. But then he goes to the library and he gets 5 more. So I'm going to use a number line right now to try to add all these numbers up and to make a 10 to add these 3 numbers easier. So I'm going to start with my 5 because that's how many he had to begin with. Now, do you see another number up here that I could add to 5 to get to 10? Yep, this 5 right here, because we know that 5 and 5 make 10. So I'm going to hop how many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did I get to? 10, because 5 and 5 make 10. Now, how many hops do I need to make to figure out how many books he has? Yep, the 3. So I'm going to mark my 3, and I'm going to hop 1, 2, 3. So how many books does Bob have? He has 13. Now let's see if we can come up with that same answer using our addition sentences. So we said 5 books he had, 3 books that his friend Jill gave him, and then he went to the library and got 5 more. Do you see 2 numbers in my number sentence that can make 10? Almost told you. Yep, 5 and 5. Good job. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. Now I'm going to bring my 10 down here. And when I bring my 10 down here, I can then say, what's the number that I haven't used yet? I already used a 5. I already used a 5. So what haven't I used? 3. Good job. So I'm going to put my 3 down here. So what is 10 plus 3? Yep, 13. Did we come up with the same number? We sure did. So I know that we're right. Now let's take a look using our 10 frame. Okay? So are we ready? 8 kids get on the bus. Well, then 2 more children follow them. Well, then 9 kids get on at the next stop. So how many kids are on the bus? Well, the first thing we need to do is let's use our 10 frame to figure it out. So we said that there were 8 kids that were on the bus. Oh, that wasn't 8. That's 8. 8 kids on the bus. Well, then it said 2 more kids got on after them. What do you see? A 10. We made a 10. And then it said at the next stop, 9 more kids got on. So here I go. Now, can you see how many kids are on that bus? You should be able to because we have 10 and 9 more. What is 10 and 9? 19. Very good. Now let's make sure that we have it right. So let's look. We said 8 kids started on the bus. 2 more kids followed them to get on. And then at the next stop, 9 more. Now, do you see 2 numbers up here that could make 10? Yes, you should see 8 and 2. So 8 and 2. What is 8 plus 2? We just said it. 10, like their 10 frame. 10. Now, I'm going to bring my 10 down here. And now, which number haven't I used yet? I already used my 8. I already used my 2, so I need to use my 9. Good job. So now I have 10 plus 9. What does that equal? 19. Excelente. 19. So I see that there are 19 kids on the bus. Now, your last one is going to look like this. We're not going to draw a picture. We're not going to use a number line, and we're not going to use a 10 frame. We're going to try to find our 2 numbers that go together to make 10. So here we go. We have 6 marbles in our jar. Well, Miss Metz puts in 3 more marbles. Well, then Miss Myers puts in 7 marbles. So how many marbles are in our jar? So let's think back. What did we say first? How many marbles were already in there? 6 marbles were already in there. Well, how many did I put in there? Miss Metz put in 3 marbles. Good. Now, how many did Miss Myers put in there? Yep, she put in 7. So now we have an addition sentence. 6 plus 3 plus 7. Now I need your help. Which 2 numbers go together to make 10? I hope you didn't say 6 and 3 because 6 and 3 don't make 10. I'm tricking you. I'm putting them out of order. Which 2 numbers go together? 7 and 3. So 7 and 3 make what? 10, because remember, that's our job. We're wanting to make 10 so we can add 3 digits. So now I'm going to bring my 10 right on down. Okay, 10 plus what number didn't I use to begin with? I already used my 3. I already used my 7. I need to use my 6. So 10 plus 6 equals 16. Good job. 10 plus 6 equals 16. So there are 16 marbles in our jar. Now, what you are going to do is on Seesaw, I have uploaded the lesson quiz. It's going to look just like what we just worked on. You're going to have all those different ways. You're going to either draw a picture, you're going to use a number line, you're going to use a 10 frame, or you're just going to have to find the 2 numbers that go together to make 10. Your job is to do your very, very best on that, do it on Seesaw, and then submit it back to me. If you can't do it on Seesaw, take a picture of it if you've written it out, okay? Everybody is going to do awesome because you all have been doing amazing. I can't wait to see it.